What is really good, priesthood? Welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives. Shout out to the new people. Okay, glad you got a chance to stop by. Listen, there was some corrections I wanted to make just in case I triggered anyone last week. But then I decided that was a lot of work to do. I can't hold everyone's hand all the time. Okay, listen, hear me and feel me for best results. Look at the safety directions, they're down below. Let's get it popping, shall we? Because let's keep moving. That's why. Fantastic. I hope you're chilling. That is highly recommended. All right, fantastic. Listen, we have some evening juice on this reading. FYI, reading juice. Let us bless the cards, shall we? All right, fantastic. We dedicate ourselves in this conversation with the ancestors, the creator, and the earth to generating the energy of peace, bringing clear our creative potential and seeing behind what appears to be obstacles, things clearly as they are. What are we concentrating on this week? Because what are we concentrating on this week? That's why. All right, ancestors, creator, earth, what are we concentrating on this week? Shout out to the men who are out there doing their shadow work. All right, cherry picking season has begun, ladies. All right, I cherry picked a divine masculine to join us over here. And I have to say, he's been kicking fucking ass doing his shadow work. Okay, he has a platform. You know, shout out to you if you're here, young person, young brother. All right, fantastic. Listen, he's amazing. All right, so let us continue the work. This week, in order to love who you are, you can't hate the experiences that shaped you. Oh, delicious, delicious. Anything truly cool about you was created from the life you've lived. Remember that when you start to wind down the shame spiral, remember that when you start to wind down the shame spiral, no time is wasted. No love is wasted. Thanks for stopping by, ancestors. No love is wasted. No fears are wasted. No breath is wasted. Thank you, God, for stopping by. You being you is important. Amen. And every single thing that made you is of value. Come on now. Tell shame to suck it. It is so. It is so. Now that's beautiful, ancestors. That is beautiful, and thank you for stopping by on that. Let me just look at that again. No love is wasted. That's so meaningful to me, ladies and gentlemen. If you're anything like me, okay? No fears are wasted. Right. Because don't waste my time. That's why I was deeply concerned, okay? Absolutely no breath is wasted. Oh, that's magic. That is magic. Good to know. Right? Good reminder. So let's talk more about that because I did want to bust out the cocoa butter, you guys. I did want to bust out the cocoa butter, most especially for the divine masculines who's out here doing their shadow work. You know, I was just deeply concerned that the poorly behaved masculines would get cocoa butter, and I don't mean for them to have any cocoa butter, but I'm going to leave it to you, ancestors, to decide who gets the cocoa butter. But I want divine masculine to have all the cocoa butter. All right, fantastic. Break it on down, ancestors, would you? Here's the deal. Look at this. See? That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? The masculines who's dependable guy. Those guys. You know about dependable guy? Absolutely. Or someone wants to make an offer, and or somebody is sorry, and or somebody wants to pay you your money, and or you want to keep peace in the environment. Don't we always want to keep peace in the environment? That's what we're doing this week. We're maintaining peace in the environment. You know why? Because in order to love who you are, you can't hate the experiences that shaped you. So make peace and rub that cocoa butter in. Rub it in. Rub it in. All right, fantastic. Let's go further. Furthermore, says the ancestors, so is somebody dealing with shame? Is somebody dealing with that? I mean, on whatever level, on whatever scale that you're dealing with shame, or someone else is dealing with shame, or when we deal with shame, okay? Don't hate the experiences that shaped you. Could we marinate on that? Can we just reflect? Oh man, that's good stuff. I needed to hear that. Anybody? Yeah. You know, it makes sense because, being from New York City, you got to be tough to do the smallest, most minuscule things. Just to walk down the street, you got to at least look tough. If you're not tough, you got to look tough, and you just ought to be tough. All right? You really ought to be, just in case. All right? Fantastic. Just to ride the train, you have to look like you'll murder anyone. Okay? No, this is important. Okay? When you're in New York City, especially after 8 p.m. Okay? Just saying. And I just feel like, being unique is important, in that environment. Because when I left that environment, side note, I realized that unique is not that important outside of New York City, or outside of cities, or outside of artistic environments or cultured environments. People they love the whole cookie cutter thing. They are in deep love with the shit. I don't get it. All right, God bless them. Point being, that's what makes you unique. The scars. For instance, guys, ladies, right? We don't like guys without scars. Anybody? Anybody like me? I love guys with scars. If you don't have no scars and you're too pretty, I'm not really interested. You could be my brother, though. You could be my brother, but, you know what I'm saying? I like a little weather on the skin, a little bit of leather on the skin, that sort of thing, and, roughness, a little bit of roughness. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so anyhow, and it makes you unique. You too, ladies. You too, ladies, like your scars, like your stretch marks. You're just a tiger. You're just a tiger. That's all. Right. Okay, so fantastic. Put some cocoa butter on those stretch marks. FYI, just saying. All right? Cocoa butter for everyone. God is behind it all. You see what I'm saying? And then you can go through all of that and come back to peace. Check this out. Ancestors' final judgment. You see what I'm saying? Scarface is what I'm getting. Okay? Not the whole I'm dying in a, hail of bullets thing. But the whole, you're a badass, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a child of God, you're a badass up in this universe. You have to have scars for that. You feel me? Okay. You gotta have scars for that, and that means you gotta hit your head. You gotta bump your head a couple times. All right? It's okay. It's all right. You just put some cocoa butter or some apple cider vinegar, but we're just gonna do cocoa butter today. All right? Because this is stinky. We don't want to do the stinky one. Okay, so mercy and grace of safe passage. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what you paid for? That's what you paid for. The mercy and grace of safe passage. Yeah. You paid to have the dots connected. Yeah. Because ain't nobody got all day. That's why. That's what ancestors are for. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to delegate. You have to delegate responsibilities. You got to outsource. Do you feel me? You got to outsource. Here's the King of Pentacles telling us how to manage it all. All right? Absolutely. Out on the streets, they call it murder. Side note, that's what's playing right now. All right, fantastic. Says the King of Pentacles, dependable guy. If he has to protect the environment, hello? Out in the streets, they call it murder. All right, fantastic. So let's go on. See, look, the Emperor, he meets his obligations. Shout out to the men that meet their obligations, ladies. Ladies, let's always make sure to give men extra credit when they are meeting their obligations. Do you feel me? Men, make sure to listen out for that gratitude. Make sure to listen out. And if you don't hear that gratitude coming back at you, put it down, because that's what the King of Pentacles does. He puts it down. Do you feel me? It's simple. He doesn't beg for gratitude. He doesn't whine and cry like a victim. Do you feel me? He simply points out what time that it is here on earth. King of Pentacles. Do you feel me? We need his protection. We really do. Meeting the obligation right here. Final judgment. What he says goes. And the ladies will make sure that it does. Am I right, ladies? Because we like strong men in our universe. Right. Right. So we want to encourage that sort of thing. You know? By the way, there was another thing I said last week. I said, if they're acting like they don't care about you, act like you don't care about them. Now, what I meant by act is begin to become active. That is what I meant. I don't mean pretend. I mean begin, commence, proceed, not to care. Okay? Just to clarify. Back to the guys who's doing it right. All right, fantastic. Meeting their obligation, getting the ancestors' approval. You feel me? That's how you do it. Connecting dots. Look at here. He wish a motherfucker would. You know, Omarion said something interesting. He said, you know, don't fuck with peaceful people, is what Omarion had said. He said, their peace means too much to them. It's too valuable to them. They could do something dangerous to protect it. That's the sensation I'm getting from Dependable Guy here. Yeah. I'm getting, I wish a motherfucker would. I'm not a killer, but don't push me. By the way, shout out to Tupac. Tupac's been coming out. Shout out to Tupac. Yeah. Helping hands. The ancestors. Mercy and grace of safe passage. Reaching out for an opportunity to connect. Get off on your floor on this thing. Okay? But there could be a King of Pentacles in your life, ladies, that is putting dots together. Do you feel me? And or they want to make an offering. They're tired of being in conflict, or they want to heal the conflict, or they see that there is a need to heal the conflict, or they want to prevent a conflict. They want the mercy and grace of safe passage when they reach out for the opportunity to connect, so they won't come empty-handed. That is wise. You know, shout out to you, Mom. My mom used to tell me that. Don't let a man come to you empty-handed. Now, I was modern, you know, modern, okay? And I was like, who's teaching that? I don't want to have to tell every guy that, you know, because nobody knows that except old school people, okay? So, but I have since seen the merit of her wisdom on this thing. You know what I'm saying? We have to keep them honest, ladies. These are working animals. Okay? You got to make them, put them in their north node. Give them a sense of purpose around here on our planet, ladies. All right? It's our responsibility. We have to meet our obligations to the men to guide them rightly. I say to guide them rightly. Do you feel me? We're not going to beat them in the head. We're not going to beat them about the head. We're just going to set an example and a tone. Okay? By loving who we are and not hating the experiences that shaped us. And we're not going to let them hate the experiences that shaped them. We're not going to let that happen. Like, side note, the whole hashtag Me Too thing and the whole weaponizing against men, I don't like it. We have to protect them, ladies. And we've talked about that in the past if you're hard rocking with me. Do you feel me? Whoever's doing that is trying to ruin the future of humanity, I feel, ultimately. Even though, yes, to the legitimate ladies, of course. Yes to the legitimate ladies and to the legitimacy, and to some degree that was y'all karma. That was y'all karma, men. For the species, y'all know what it is. But at the same time, let's dial it back on that, okay? Let's dial it back. It's quite enough. I've seen enough. All right? Look, justice. Look at justice. All sparkling. All beautiful. Hello? I don't know. If you're anything like me, you see justice and it's just beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. I had a spit bubble. Please forgive me. So, it's the evening juice. Okay. All right, I'm not going to get silly. Anyhow, yeah, so justice, final judgment, meeting our obligations. I feel that someone's putting 2 and 2 together. They're doing math. Look at that. Last week we was doing so much math. It looked like shout out to the Asian family. It looked like the Asian ancestors are coming through. On some you rang. Hello? Ni hao. Okay, absolutely. Shout out to the Asian people. Right. Seeing beyond. Oh, somebody's bending spoons. Uh-oh. Look. Somebody's bending spoons. Seeing beyond the illusion, things clearly as they are. Divine Masculine said, don't get me tired and have to come down here on your ass around here. Because don't fuck with peaceful people. Because the experiences that shaped him, okay, or us, if this is us, ladies, but let's put it on him right now. The experiences that shaped him caused him to be able to bring this holy hell down on somebody should they get it twisted. You could depend on that, says Dependable Guy. You can trust and you can believe, says Dependable Guy. Backed up here with the Emperor who meets his obligations today, this week, because justice, that's why. Because final judgment, that's why. And he's seeing how that actually works in his favor. There's a masculine or some masculine children of God that see how that works in their favor. You know what? Let me follow the rules of the universe because that's what gives me my power here. There you go. Divine Masculine, there you go. Dependable Guy. Dependable Guy's doing math. It's all adding up too. It sure is. Look at this. Could you look at this? Pat Whale. I said you could trust and believe. This represents trust. Absolutely. You could trust and you can believe it. Final judgment with the ancestors. Final judgment, respect, and justice. Somebody is learning to respect the balance, the law. the law. Respect the law. The law's a real thing. Like, for instance, let's respect the PD. Shout out to the PD across the nation. All right? Shout out to y'all, because let me tell you something. Police save lives, ladies and gentlemen. How many people just in my life are alive because the police exist? Anybody? Hello? Okay. Right. All right? So don't disrespect police officers. They save lives every day. Okay? Just by existing. I get the same sensation from Dependable Guy. I do. I do. Dependable Guy, he's some sort of law enforcement guy. He's enforcing the law. Exactly, Dependable Guy. We need you out here. We need you out here, Dependable Guy. Absolutely. See, safety, protection. So somebody wants to return to the safe haven, quite possibly. Why? Because it's safe. That's why. It's safe in itself, I want to say, whatever that means. Get off on your floor. It's safe in itself. It's a safe haven. And then he's like a security guy. Do you feel me? So I don't know if he's the safe haven, or he's coming to the safe haven, or him in the safe haven match, or this is his precinct. This is his precinct. Ladies, you might represent this precinct. And this is his precinct. He got to keep the peace up in the precinct. Hello? Facts. That's facts. He got to keep the streets safe. Divine Masculine, that's you. It's not about an agency. Okay? Or it could be. It don't have to be, is all I'm saying. But we're still counting on you in all of the world. In all, ladies, am I right? Right? Get that man some cocoa butter. Absolutely. So the experiences that shaped you for the guys, you know, the frogs, the snails, and the puppy dog tails. Thank God. Thank God for you guys. Thank God you got that scar. Thank God you got hurt that time and you're here. And if you can hear me, listen, you win. That's clear. That's clear. It's all about doing the math, and you're doing the math. Ladies, they're doing the math. That's what's up, is all I have to say. Let's get a segue to take us to Patreon. It's about to go down because we're going to crack open what we really talking about right now. All right. But hopefully you got some good juice out of that if you're not coming with us to Patreon. But here's a segue for those of us who are wrapping it up at this time. Everybody else, we taking it to the bridge. All right. Here is the bottom line on the YouTube level. Yeah, you was effective in the face of doubt. Or you can activate that and become effective in the face of doubt. You see what I'm saying with this whole ancestral alignment with the law and doing math, and God is behind it all, and the offering or the peacekeeping or the ending of the conflict and the seeing through and beyond the illusion to the matrix code, or the returning to the safe haven. Proving trustworthiness is another thing that could possibly be happening. Reaching out for an opportunity to connect, getting the mercy and grace of safe passage. You could activate this. And this is for my divine masculine children of God who's doing the shadow work. There you go. You don't have to hate the experiences that shaped you if you rising like the phoenix afterwards. Hello? Right. Okay. So if you're going to come around and be rising up like the phoenix, well then they can't tell you nothing, right? Okay. There you go. All right. What you need to understand here, divine masculine energy, and ladies, please, for your own divine masculine within, all right, get on that floor with this thing. But I'm going to just read it as divine masculine because I'm getting some strong divine masculine mathematics here. What you need to understand, and what divine masculine needs to understand, ladies, is this. you have every reason to be upset about some shit. Like I was saying with the hashtag Me Too thing. Understand, gentlemen, y'all been fucking up for centuries. Centuries. So there was a little rash of, firings. You can handle it. You be aight. Okay? You're still men. You still got your balls. You dig what I'm saying? And that's how we like it. Isn't that right, ladies? We like for the men in our world to have their balls. Hello? All right. We just needed to wake them up a little. Right? Absolutely. That was God. That was God. Letting you know that hell hath no fury, because this is the corn mother. The corn mother, aka the reaper. Right. Right. Every season, we got to have corn. Every season. Not just corn, y'all. Not just corn. We need corn silk. Yeah, to make the little dolly hair. To make dolly hair. And then also, you know what else we need? We need grits. Anybody? If you're black, you need grits. If you're black and you're not eating grits, something's wrong. Something is wrong. Okay? Everybody check your nearest black person. Make sure they got grits. Because if they don't have grits, I'm telling y'all, if you're not black and you see somebody black and they don't have no grits, something is wrong. I'm just letting you know. All right? Side note, helpful information from the black people. All right? Fantastic. So, what they need to understand is the corn mother can grind you down into powder. And mix you up in a little drink and drink you. You feel me? Yeah. So the King of Pentacles, he's thinking, you know what? I'm an earthy kind of guy. I like nature. Maybe I could contact the corn mother, I mean, she's kind of spicy. She's kind of spicy. I mean, she's not the friendliest, but she's got good reason. Do you feel me? And when you understand that, you can be effective in the face of doubt. You see what I'm saying? You can be effective in the face of doubt. Effective at what? Mean your obligations. Effective at what? Justice. Effective at what? Proving, because look what's uppermost. Final judgment, an offering that you can't refuse. It's giving me serious mafia gangster, Scarface, the Godfather. Oh, okay. Godfather. I see. That's interesting. Okay, so this must be the godmother. Ah, I see. Ladies, we're the godmothers. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, he has to kiss the ring. Is that what happens? He has to kiss the ring? And then when you kiss the ring, you could be effective in the face of doubt. Oh, that's brilliant. Giving in to get your way. What do they call that? They call that Aikido. That's a martial art. Brilliant. See? Somebody's doing math. Very good. Very good. Because hell hath no fury, so why don't I make friends with women instead of making enemies? That's brilliant. Somebody's cooking with gas, party people. All right, fantastic. Go on. Or somebody was a fool, or somebody is the divine fool. They want to go from the pure fool to the divine fool. And that way they don't have to hate the experiences that shaped them. Then it could all work out. Or maybe they made you mad, ladies, okay? Or when this happens, or get off on your floor when that had happened that time, if that's what it is, or when that happens. And maybe, see, because look, she's got daggers. She's got daggers. Okay? So what that's given me is, because I did talk about Scarface. So what that's given me is he did something foolish. Or that time when he did something foolish, whatever. And you cut him, he got a scar. All right. And then he's like, okay, 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 all right, all right, all right. You got it, you got it, you got it, you got it. With the offering. You feel me? Right, okay. Understanding she has every reason to be upset because of the foolish bullshit. When we fell from grace and we was under judgment and we was being unjust, or we was being a tyrant, or we were being tyrannical, or we was doing war moves and war tactics against our Two of Cups, against our soulmate. That's what we was doing. Or against our family, or against our whoever. That's what we was doing. Against a child of God, because God is behind it all. Do you feel me? Or against the mothers or the grandmothers, because that's the grandmother in this card. You know, trying to be manipulative behind the scenes, or trying to finagle with the mathematics. Get off on your floor. Whatever it was, the ladies had every reason to be upset. Or guys, if this was you and you were in the feminine position that's in this reading right now, and you had every reason to be upset, it doesn't mean you're really in the feminine position. It just means that you were not in the wrong in that particular instance. Okay, or you might have instances where you were the wrong one, and there was instances where you were the right one. You know what I'm saying? So get off on your floor, everybody. All right? But somebody got cut in the face because they was being foolish, and they was riling up the forces of nature, the feminine forces of nature. Now I see God the Father. Somebody is tuning into their God the Father energy, and they've turned this into stepping into their place as God the Father energy, as divine masculine energy. You feel me? Because divine masculine is soulmates with God. So the things they do to you as their soulmate or twin flame or whatever, they're doing to God. You're betraying God. You're making war with God. You're trying to manipulate God. Right? Hello? That's something to be ashamed of. I do understand. Once you figure that out, once you do the math and you realize you was doing all that to something divine, that's cause for shame. That's cause for shame. But because God is behind it all, thank God for that. Am I right? You can rise up like the phoenix and love who you are. You're going to love the way you look, like Men's Warehouse. Absolutely. You're going to love the way you look. And that scar is going to make you look even better. You're going to look even sexier and hotter and more masculine and stronger. You dig it? That floats my boat, ladies. I don't know about you. Anybody out here like me? You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. You know, shout out to the guys with no scars, though. Okay, you're gorgeous too. All right, but you're not ready yet. You're not ripe. Not ripe. All right, fantastic. Last card. Look at here. It's not a game. I know that's right. Ladies, hello? Right. Right. Exactly. And I feel that the divine masculines who are coming into their maturity, because dependable guy, that's why. All right. Who are coming into their maturity and their full and complete understanding of their power. I get an empowered masculine. I don't get a disempowered masculine. I don't get a, you made the masculine submit to you as, like he's beneath the feminine. I don't get that sensation at all. It is a surrender. It is a submission, but is a submission to God. It is a submission to himself. He is obligated to himself because he has feminine energy. Right? We both have both. He has to submit to himself. He can't be out of control because get your girl. By the way, there's a karmic out here. Let me read this for the karmic energy. I'm so sorry, ladies. I know we don't like to go here, particularly behind the black veil, but I have to say, The karmic has been doing her level best to get herself up on the map. And I do see you, girlfriend, homegirl. I do see you out there. All right. And I'm torn between, do I want to bring you on or send you away? I'm going to put a thumbtack in that for now. But I see you. All right, is all I'm saying. So I'm not sure what I want to do with you yet. I'm not sure. But I see you. FYI. All right, just, okay, it's not a game. FYI. All right, fantastic. I'll leave it at that for now. Do as you please. God is behind it all. All right, I will see you again next week. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell on your way out. Pick up a copy of Discriminating Wisdom over at Amazon. Make sure you're out here, everybody, discriminating wisely. And I'll see you again here soon behind the black veil.